Next, meet Hank and hear how he overcame his extreme separation anxiety and found his forever home.
My favorite dog from the shelter so far has been Bully. He is a pit bull dog mix, and he was 6 years old, and he was surrendered to the shelter by a man who had lost his home and was living in his car, and he was starting to get into some trouble for having Bully, left in his car all day long, and people were starting to, complain. So Bully had anxiety like you wouldn't believe at the shelter. He actually, when he arrived at the shelter, from the time he got there until the time I took him for training, he cried all day long and all night long. He was so sad. So he came to me. He was so easy to work with. He bonded immediately. He trusted immediately. And again, I think it was his age. He knew that people were good. His owner, you could definitely tell, that treated him well. We worked through his separation anxiety issues, and he continues to work on those. Separation anxiety is a behavioral issue that can take years to overcome. And what's so wonderful about working with Fairfax County Animal Shelter is they have the time and the resources to put into these dogs to help them find their forever home.
Kelly is our daughter, and she volunteers at Fairfax Animal Shelter, and she fosters dogs, mainly pit bulls, and rehabilitates them, and she brings them into the office.
I was at the office, and Kelly brought him in to spend the day with us, and saw him, and he saw me, and it was like love at first sight. He and I really connected. I think Kelly felt that he might not be the right dog for us because we have had small dogs, but it worked great. I mean, he blended right in.
I didn't want a big dog, because he would say, well, our next dog, I want a big dog. And I'm like, no, I don't want a big dog. I just don't want a big dog. But he's a great dog. She used to sit by the door because we had another dachshund that had passed away about 8 months before. And she used to sit by the back door and just wait for him to come home. And since we've had Hank, she just has been happy, and they hang out together all the time. I mean, they're always together.
With the grandchildren, he's good, there's no problem.
I mean,
So,
he loves when the kids are over. He follows them around, he loves it. He doesn't like when their mom comes to pick them up. We've decided that he thinks that they're his pups. Yeah,
the dog has been stereotyped, if you will, right, as being, vicious, because, so many of these dogs have been bred, I think, and trained to fight and all this other stuff. But he, this dog's a lover. He's not a fighter. This is our big trick here,